own team geeing them up. Can you just talk us through your emotions in the game?
I think we all wanted this game. We know how big it was, and for me, coach basically gave me the trust when I said I'm okay. So I had to prove that to him. I couldn't go half-heartedly. No one is gonna celebrate you if you play and you don't go flat out and when you say you're fine. Because I know there's Kwaka, there's Marco, the other guys that we want this opportunity, and we needed it today. And we also didn't start the way we wanted to start. And then second half, our coach was quite honest with us. And the way we started the second half, we did exactly what we wanted, and then the subs came on, they do what they always do because, we were tired. But this game was really big for us, and we spoke about it. After the World Cup final, this was the biggest game for us as this group. And I'm so happy for guys like Sasha to be coming in games like this, and Kanan also coming back from injury. So really happy as a group, yeah.
Ross?
Sia, you guys sort of avoided answering the question in the build-up, but now 4 more wins in a row over the All Blacks. That's history, maybe first time in the professional era for you guys, second time in the Boks history. Is that something now you can look back on with pride and something you can build on, and maybe Rusty you can come in and say what that means to the whole team as well?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that for us, the four wins is nice to have, but they've beaten us 6 times in a row. Where we were part of, and 57 and 40 in Durban, and we've had big scores against them. I think 6 times in a row where they beat us. So there's nothing to brag about. They've done worse to us, but it feels good that we can flip a team like this again. This game was like last weekend. If they worried, nobody could say they didn't deserve it. But for us, really, this week was to talk about the Freedom Cup. And I know we talk a lot about it and we say a lot about South Africa, but if you attach the Freedom Cup to that, it was special. We wanted to win this one, not necessarily for the Rugby Championship. I know there's a lot of work to do still there, but the Freedom Cup was very important for us. And I almost think the player was a bit too emotional when we started, and we weren't accurate, but we were on it, but not accurate. And then I think after half-time, we calmed a little bit and started playing a little bit better. But yeah, the Freedom Cup, I think, was the thing we wanted. 4 wins against New Zealand. They have so many records they can brag about. We won't ponder on that too long.
CEO, Rusty, congratulations for the Freedom Cup. Rusty, how pleasing is it for you from a coaching point of view, the fact that the Springboks might not have had their best performance tonight, but can still beat a team like the All Blacks?
No, because it's All Blacks, it's special. When we had the 2 wins against Australia, I think we 20 out of 23 games now. Out of the last 23 games, I think we won 20. So there's been some great wins. And I mean, the Ireland game was a drop goal. The game we lost in the World Cup was a very last more. We could have scored a try. And then there was a lot of games which you only won by 1 point. So we're very realistic about where we are. A lot of the games could have gone against us, but. We respect these guys unbelievably, really. I'm not talking nonsense, You should have seen Tony now there and in the change room. And Tony put a perspective on us about the All Blacks, which it tells us a lot, which things that we didn't understand. And we understand it better, and it also makes us play better. I feel and respect them. We always respected them, but how they think, even from the hard cup to the individual players and the makeup of their team and how they do things, it's quite amazing what they've told us. And yeah, so it's not because it's All Blacks, it's great. It's because it's a team that we have a close relationship with, and we've struggled a lot against them, and tonight we managed to beat them.
The line-out was malfunctioning early on, wasn't it? Why was that happening, and how did you rectify it?
Yeah, I think it was just overthrows by the hooker. Sometimes they didn't even go up and we threw it over, so it was a timing issue. We have to understand, like Ruan, it's his 4th test or 5th test, but it's his 2nd test against New Zealand. And it was a rough one last week to start and to call it. and we had Peter Steph with him there, but it was solely on him this week, so he would have learned a lot. And all Blacks did their homework. They really contested well, and then sometimes they stayed down, and our kids was a bit under pressure. So yeah, there was the scrums. The first 2 scrums we were really dominant, and then there's 3 where they came back and we were under the pump. So, but I think where they out and out beat us was the breakdown. I think where we came totally second best. The liners weren't great, but the breakdown definitely they overshadowed us.
Yeah, to what extent do you think that we've seen not only the Springboks but the whole country benefits from this game being played as often as possible and even more in the future?
Playing is the All Blacks.
Yes.
No, I think we enjoy it. Obviously, we don't play Super Rugby anymore, so it's always special to play against them. You know, it's a game that's been going on for over 100 years now, and like Coach said, we have so much respect for them, and it's mutual respect between the 2 teams. We go flat out against each other on the field, and then afterwards, you know, we can have a beer together. So you can see how the people came out here last week, but I just think the people of South Africa are just hungry to watch the Springboks. So it doesn't matter who we're playing, people turn up, we're able to fill stadium. And I remember a time where we played and it was empty, so I'm really glad that there's, you know, in 2025 where there will be 3 games. I think that will be huge. It will be something special. Hopefully, I'm still here.
So yeah, just in terms of the fighting spirit shown by the guys, it looked like the All Blacks, like Russell said, you play down, you're on top, but you guys just keep going, and once you sort of engage the defense a bit more in there, then you got your work on it.
Yeah, when they speak, there's 2 options here. It's either you're gonna accept that they're doing it and you give up and you become a victim, or you fix it the next one, you keep on going, and you make a mistake, you get up and you go again. And that's what he said about Ruan and liners, and not just on Ruan, and everybody else. If you mess up that, look at how Ruan chases, you know, and how many tackles he makes after that. Our thing is that we're not going to give up. He says we make the promise, he said we are giving our best for the people of South Africa, and at times we're not going to win every single battle. As much as you just keep on pushing and trying and then coming together with the plans, when they're sitting there, they will tell Dwayne and message, Dwayne will come in and tell us, okay, this is not working, or you're not doing this. So that's what's good about the team, and every single person has a role in that, and we all come up with plans together on the field.
Anybody else?
Rassi, just your thoughts on Andre's and Billy's performance. Obviously last week you had the 2 youngsters winning, and this week you had the 2 older guys playing, winning
Also
again.
I think we're at a stage where these young guys are really knocking hard on the door, and I think the nice thing is you can handle it 2 ways. You can see this as competition, or you can see this prolonging senior players' careers longer, because they play every second, 3rd or 4th match, and the youngsters get them to play higher and higher and higher. And you know, Sasha started last week. He came on the hell of a pressure this week. He missed the kick in front of the poles. So that he'll learn from. Where Andre kicks over, but then Sasha was really good in general play again, and he got the guys going. Vali, I think Vali's in 97 or 8 test matches now. Again, Kanan was probably a bit underdone at that level. At wing was played fullbacks for the Bulls and moved around a little bit, and their defense a bit different. So it's I really believe, we've talked about that, we believe it's a 45-man, 50-man squad effort to 27, because we want some of the older guys to try and make it. If they can't, the body's too old, we won't. But then the young guys must have enough place caps and experience like tonight. It was awesome for Jaden and Grant to feel, and Ruan, and Elrich when he came on, and Sasha, and Kanan. This is something we Kanan must now, you must eat it up and understand and think about it, and how we're going to get him back, and that's all part of the process. So, no, it's a good mix of trying to build together, old and young.
Rassi, it's very seldom that the All Blacks don't score trying a test. It's actually very, very seldom. So, would you think, if you look at the defence in this game, do you think that's in a way where the character of the team manifested itself?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. So a guy like Andre, when he's at 10, he's a demon in the fence. He tackles like a 12, you know, so that channel is closed. And Grant is pretty fast, so he covers both sides of a set face. And last week they scored 4 tries. And actually when Cheslin kicked the drop goal, we were going for the bonus point. You know, because if we were under the pump, if they scored, we were, I think, 4 points up, or 5 points up. But we were also going for the 3rd try, and we've got a bonus point which would have put us away in the Rugby Championship. So when Cheslin dropped goal there, we were almost like, no man, let's give the ball a little bit of man. But then you think about it, we scored 2 tries, you see, and the one where what was disallowed, which was not a try, we accepted that was close. And the All Blacks came really close. So well done to Jerry, well done to the boys, and then the attack. I mean, maybe not the most beautiful tries, but it's 5 points.
That's it. You guys can celebrate 2 wins over New Zealand now, but for you and the other coaches, the planning for Argentina probably starts tomorrow, if that is it. Just how does the lay of the land look over the next 3 weeks as you prepare for it?
Yeah, the guys who plays against Argentina already knows. We've already announced that internally, so we've been practicing together already, and we've got 3 days off. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday night we get together in Stellenbosch. And then we prepare, and we'll send 1 group over to Argentina, and we'll keep 1 group back here for the home leg. So that's how we'll manage that.
Just Rassie, you spoke about in the week. I spoke about Cape Town being a vibe, and you know, see, I spoke about the chirps as well. Just what was the vibe like tonight for you guys? I mean, look at this media room with 60,000 people. It's unbelievable.
You can guess.
No, it's exactly what we expected, and from minute 1, people were involved in the game. You know when the Mexican way comes out early in the game, and it helps. It does help a lot. You know, you try. Obviously, the game is played on the 4 lines, but the atmosphere, people dancing so happy in the restaurant in so early, and that's how I remember Cape Town. You know, and it was really special, and we were great. And all the games we play in South Africa, it's just amazing how many people come out, you know, to support us. So we as a group are really we're fortunate as a group, and we hopefully we're gonna keep on working. We will keep on working hard so that they can see. We can't promise a win every single game, but our efforts will definitely show how much we appreciate the support.
I don't know if this is appropriate, but our coaches box is up there, and I've got this medication that makes me must go to the toilet quite often. And as I ran into the coaches box, I thought, no, I'm not going to make this first half. I don't go to the toilet now. But the coaches box is right between the public, the toilet there, and it's a man's and a woman's toilet. And there was a lady that stood there, and the man's queue was long. And the lady said, "No, I can go in." And there was a lady in the bathroom, and it was all stressed, everything fine. And I said, "Listen, I must go to the coach's book, I must." And she said, "No, she'll turn around." And then I got stage fright. But that's the part. The people carried it, and then the one guy was like a police officer running me back to the coach's box. No, it's lovely what the crowd did. You know, you feel even when it's not going well, they keep on singing. That's the difference maybe between the Cape Town crowds and some other crowds. They're always happy, even while you're losing. You know, and that's nice. So, but our Alice Park was also amazing last week.
Guys, we are running out of time. The All Blacks have to come, so can we just do 2 quick Afrikaans questions?